Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another tutorial. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to draft a milkmaid bustier A-line gown. Now if that sounds good to you and you're interested, then please keep on watching. With that being said, let's get right into this video. The first thing that I will do is to mark about 1 inch from the top of the paper downwards and then mark a straight line across to serve as the shoulder line of the starting point. I'll just use marker now to just draw a straight line across like so. Now from the shoulder line, I'll be coming down 10 inches for the bust point. I'll come down 12.5 inches for the under bust and then 16 inches for the half length. And then I'll just mark that across like so and then connect points together on a straight line. So I'll just go ahead and mark the half length and then I'll go ahead and also mark the bust point. I'll be leaving the under bust for now. Then on the shoulder line, I'll be marking 7 inches for half of my shoulder length. And then I'll also extend that measurement to the bust point like so. And then I'll connect the 2 points together on a straight line. Now from that point, I'm going to be coming down 1 inch to serve as my shoulder slope. And then to get my chest line measurement, I'm going to be dividing my bust circumference by 6 and then I'll be adding 1.5 inches. So I got 8. So I'm going to be marking 8 from the shoulder slope point. I'll mark 8 downwards and then from that point I'll just extend the line outwards like so. Now from the shoulder slope point to the new chest line, I'm going to be taking the midpoint of that, which gives me 4. So from that point I'll be coming out half an inch. You can also come out by 0.75 if you want. Now for the neck measurement, I'm going to be doing 3 inches by 3 inches for the width and the depth, the standard measurement for the front pattern, and then I'll just connect together using a curved ruler like so. Although we won't be needing this for this tutorial. Now after doing that, I'm just going to be creating the shoulder slant at this point. So from the eye shoulder point right there, I'll just draw a slanted line towards the shoulder slope point. So the next thing that I will do now is to place the bust circumference on the chest line. So after doing that, I'll be connecting from the chest measurement to the midpoint at the armhole line and then to the shoulder slope point like so to form the armhole curve. So I'll be drawing out the under bust line using a straight ruler like so. Then after doing that, I'll just go ahead and label the waistline, the under bust, the bust point and the chest line respectively. The next thing that I will do now is to determine how high or low I want my neckline to be. So I'll be coming down 6.5 inches for the depth of this neck. And then from the 6.5 inches mark, I'll be coming out by half an inch like so. Then after doing that, I'll be going over to the under bust line and coming up by half an inch from there. Now this is totally optional, but I'll be coming up half an inch from the former under bust line to create a new under bust line. Then I'll just draw a straight line across like so. So the new drawn line is going to be serving as the new under bust line, okay? So I'll just be using marker to highlight the new neck depth. The next thing that I'll be doing now is to place my bust band measurement on the bust line, on the under bust and also on the waistline. So the bust band measurement is 3.5, which is 7 inches divided by 2. So that's what I'm placing on the bust line, under bust and half length. So I'll just connect together on a straight line like so. Now the next thing I'll do now is to place my curved ruler on the new under bust line using the bust span as reference and then connecting from that point to the new neck depth like so to form the shape of the cup. Then I'll go ahead and extend the new neck depth of 6.5 inches across like so. I'll just extend that measurement across. And then from that point, I'm going to be coming out by 1 inch. You can do half an inch, depends on what you want, but I'll be coming out by 1 inch from that line. After doing that, then I'll take my curved ruler and then connect it back into the under bust to meet the other side. Then we can complete the shape of the cup. So I'll just go ahead and highlight the 1 inch mark around that point and then go ahead to also highlight the shape of the armhole. So I'll just move over to the half length and place the quarter of the waist circumference on the waistline right there. I'm not adding that to this pattern, but you can go ahead to add that if you want to add that. So I'll just connect the 2 points together from the waist to the chest area to complete the side seam. So I'll just move over to the chest area and use pencil to mark out the 6.5 inches of neck depth that we came down by before. And after doing that, I'll just go ahead and cut out this pattern. So I'll just go ahead and use this pattern to cut out the back pattern before I complete the cutting of the front pattern by removing the cups. So I'll just be placing the front pattern on another fresh pattern paper like this, and then I'll be leaving about 1 inch for zipper allowance from the edge. And then after doing that, I'll just go ahead and use tracing wheel to trace the shape of the front pattern onto the paper. Then after tracing, I'll just remove the front pattern from the paper and then go ahead and draw out the traced lines. Now I'm just indicating the zipper allowance, and then you'll be cutting this into for the back pattern, and then at the neck depth area I'll be coming down half an inch from the center back, and then I'll be connecting it back into the armhole. Now this is optional, you can leave it like this if you want, but I came down half an inch and I'm just connecting back into the armhole. Now after all that is done, I'll just go ahead and cut out this pattern. So here are the patterns for the front and back. After labeling that, I'll just go ahead now and cut out the cup area from the front pattern. So if I open up the front pattern, this is what I'm going to have, and then we'll be fixing our cups into those spaces like so. And then I'll just go ahead and take one of the cups, because we are going to be doing slash and spread method to add volume to each cups, because we are going to be adding rope or gathering or whichever you want to do. So I'll be dividing this cup into 3 parts. You can do 4 parts, totally depends on your preference, but I'm dividing this cup into 3 parts, and I'm just going to go ahead and label it 1 2 3. After which I'm going to go ahead and slash through the lines and separate the pattern completely, so I can place them on a fresh pattern paper and do the spreading technique on the paper. So I'm just going to start from the top of this paper. So I'll just be using masking tape now to hold this pattern piece in place like so, and then after doing that, I'll determine how much volume I want to add in between each pattern piece, and then I decided to go with 2 inches. You can do more than that or even lesser than that, totally depends on you. So I'll make sure the top is aligned together, and then I'll place that and also use masking tape to hold it in place. Then I'll be adding extra 2 inches again for the volume, and then I'll be placing the third pattern piece like so, making sure the tops are aligned, and then I'll also hold that in place with the masking tape. After doing that, I'll just use pencil to trace this shape out like so, so it can be easy for me to cut out. After doing that, I'll just go ahead now and cut it out. To my new viewers, if you're finding this video helpful, please give me a giant thumbs up, and don't forget to also subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So I'm just indicating that the front pattern is going to be cut on fold. So these are the patterns for the upper part for both front and back. Now let's go ahead and cut the lower part of this dress. So I have the pencil skirt pattern here with the waistline, the hip line and hemline indicated accordingly. So the length from the waistline to the hemline is 32 inches. Then I placed the quarter of the circumference of the waist and the hip on the respective lines, and then I subtracted 2 inches from what I got at the hip and then placed on the hemline, and then I drew my side seam. Then we have the 1 inch allowance for the zipper right there. I'm going to be cutting both the front and back with this pattern. Now, because the lower part of this dress is an A-line shape, so I'm going to be modifying this pattern. So I'll be coming out by about 4.5 inches from the side seam like so. You can come out as much as you want, totally depends on your preference, but I'll be coming out by 4.5 inches. Then after doing that, I'll just be connecting straight into the hip line like so to form the flare at the sides. So after doing that, I'll also be adding volume somewhere around the center of the skirt. So I'll be using the nipple to nipple measurement for reference. So I'll be coming out 3.5 inches on the waistline. I'll also do that on the hip line and also on the hem line. Then I'll just go ahead and connect the 3 points together on a straight line with a ruler like so. Now remember that we are not adding any dart to this pattern. I'm just using that line as reference for the slashing we are going to be doing later, because I'm going to be slashing through that line and then I'll be placing this paper on another fresh paper. So before we do that, let's just cut this pattern first. So I'm going to slash through all the way and then I'll cut off the extra paper, and then I will use the masking tape to hold the upper part and close that part up, because I want to maintain the same measurement for the waist. I don't want any extra volume at the waist area, but I don't mind having at the lower part of the pattern. So I'm just going to be holding the upper part in place with the masking tape like so. Now after doing that, I'll just go ahead and place this paper on a fresh pattern paper like so. Then I'll be deciding how much volume I want for the lower part at the M-line. So I decided to go with 1.5 inches. So that's just what I'm measuring right there. Then I'll just go ahead now and tape down the rest of the paper from the top to the bottom and then also the sides, keeping in mind the 1.5 inches at the M-line. The good thing about pattern drafting is that I'm only going to be using this one pattern to cut both the front and back for the skirts. The only difference between them is that one has a zipper allowance and one doesn't. So I'm only going to be folding in the zipper allowance to cut the front pattern. Now after holding the pattern paper in place, I'll just go ahead now and cut. So I'll be using this pattern to cut two pieces for the back, and then I'll go ahead and fold the zipper allowance to cut the front pattern on fold. And here are the pattern pieces. In my next video, I'll be showing you guys how to put the pieces together and sew the whole outfit. So don't forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified of that. And if you're also new to my channel, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Do give me a giant thumbs up and also share my video. So till I see you in my next video, guys. Bye.